Yo, what's up, man? We back again. We back again on the Humble Pie Podcast. It's your boy Vise. I got my big dog here,
Wallace.
We doing this thing again, man. We had a great episode. We appreciate everybody that's been tuning in. But don't forget, like, comment, share, and subscribe. We appreciate, man. The support has been amazing. But today's topic, we're going to get right into it.
Oh, yeah, let's dig in.
This is a good one, too. We've been looking forward to it, man.
Man.
We've been talking about the shorties a little bit. But today, man, we're going to have something a little more adult themed.
Oh, man, we might get in trouble on this.
So get comfortable.
Get comfortable.
For a little while. You're going to be here with us, man.
And make sure y'all follow them socials.
Absolutely.
Humble Pie Network. I mean, well, actually, the Humble Pie Network is coming.
Absolutely.
But Humble Pie, my bad, I already spilled the beans, y'all. Humble Pie Podcast. Make sure you check us on all the socials. Go to Instagram. We got a link tree in there for Humble Pie Podcast. And it's going to give you the Facebook, the YouTube, the TikTok. It's going to have everything that you need in there.
TikTok, don't stop. My bad. I want to say. I don't know why that shit just went in my head. All right, man. All right, but look, in all seriousness, all right, man. Today's topic, we're talking about alpha men and women. Right away, alpha male. You hear that term used all the time. Alpha female. And maybe some myths that might be associated with those topics.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna open up with it. Wallace, you want to take it out?
Yeah, I mean, you know what, man? I was thinking, man, like the number one myth that. So first of all, let's break down what the alpha male is.
Right. Let's break it down.
Versus what the alpha female.
Spit that sign.
So you got the alpha male. Mostly, really, any male should be alpha.
Wait,
like, you know what I'm saying?
Your mic not on. It is on. All right, we're just gonna edit that out. My bad.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The alpha female.
Mm-hmm.
Any male should consider themselves alpha. Like, you know what I mean? And alpha is the head of the pack. Granted, any woman in a situation can feel alpha too, especially if she's the head of her pack.
Right.
The conflict comes in when the alpha female is in a household with the alpha male. At what point does that alpha female say, wait a minute, maybe I should take a back seat, or whatever the case may be? And women, you can also chime in. Should an alpha female take a back seat to an alpha male, depending on what kind of relationship y'all looking for? So if it's more traditional, traditionally, the relationships are built on an alpha female, not necessarily a beta. Alpha male, but not necessarily a beta female, but a female that's willing to submit. You know what I'm saying? So traditionally, that's what it is. But now, as and I like to always bring this up because we are millennials. As millennials, we're dealing in modern relationships.
Yeah,
things are different. The world is different. So a lot of times when when women say, "Hey, I want a relationship like my grandma had."
Right. I
want a relationship like I want a man that was like my grandfather was to my grandma. They don't understand, or they don't care. What they think about is, they think about granddaddy paid all the bills.
Yeah.
He was there. He was this, he was that. But what they don't think about is what came along with that.
Exactly.
Number one, that was a different generation.
Absolutely.
Completely different generation. Your grandma was in a situation where courting was different, because she was in a situation more so where the alpha male did run the household, and they pretty much did what they wanted to. She was in a situation where she didn't work. Everything, all the bills were paid. She took care of the kids, and she willingly did these things. Not only that, depending on how old your grandmother was, before 1976, I want to say, don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
Before 1976, there were two incomes required in a household. So it was easier to have a one income household. Even if you were poor, you still could function off a one income household.
Yeah.
So the main reason for that, just to give y'all a little bit of backstory on that, the main reason for that is because wages didn't go up with inflation. It used to be wages went up like this, and then around the 1970s, wages stayed the same, inflation went up. So now it was almost required that two people start to work in the household.
Cause of the depression.
Exactly. Yeah. So it was almost required that two people work in the household. And that's why you start to see the whole women's movement and all of that other stuff to where they started working more. So fast forward to now, you want to still try to have those kind of relationships. Granted, it's possible.
It's possible.
Depending on the guy that you end up with, you might be in a situation where, financially, he can do everything in the household. You can just take care of the kids, and that be that. I think it becomes an issue when you got an alpha female and an alpha male at the same time, because in a modern relationship, a lot of times the boss chick attitude, which is in my mind what they consider a alpha female, and the boss chick attitude kind of comes into play, and most alpha males they don't want to deal with that. So it ain't and the real myth is that they're not strong enough to deal with a strong woman,
an alpha male.
An alpha male, or just a man, period.
Right. I mean,
so you ain't necessarily got to be alpha.
Right.
You're not strong enough to deal with a strong woman. So that's why you can't deal with me, because I got all my own shit, this, that, and the third. Yeah. And it's not the woman that it's not the fact that you got all your stuff. Because one thing you got to understand is any man that got their own can care less about yours. Yeah. So regardless if you got $140,000 and you in your bank account and you making $100,000 a month, if he comes into the picture to be with you, he's not asking you for money anyway. So he can care less about what you have. What you do have to bring to the table for an alpha male is agreeableness, just feminine traits. Being able to take care of a household. Support. Support, mental support. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing. So that whole idea that, oh well, he don't like me because I make more money than him. No, he just don't like you personally because you come to him with this alpha attitude. And granted, you probably got to have that, especially if you're running your own business outside of the household. You're not working for nobody. You got to deal with people on a regular basis. The problem comes is when you bring that home. Yeah, I don't work for you.
So I got an interesting take on that. So I think oftentimes we get stuck on just alpha, and when I think of alpha, when people automatically, I think internally kind of get defensive. Or if you're the alpha, you bang your chest. For me, alpha means beginning, right? So if I'm starting something, if I'm starting a relationship, I'm more so like the leader. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, thinking as you talking, I'm saying alpha male, alpha female, I get that. People who have started things, they've started their household. Like you said, they've started their own businesses and things like that. So when I think of alpha males and females, I feel like they can coexist, because the strengths that an alpha male might have or a man might have, the woman may not have, the female may have. And that's how you conjoin those things, and that's how you coexist. While areas I might be lacking in, she can hold me down. You feel what I'm saying? I might not be the best cook, but she can burn. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. She might not can't cook it out, because some of y'all out there can't cook. Right? And we talking about women, but some of the brothers can. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my chefs out there, my brothers who can burn, because I can't. I ain't gonna lie. So we don't even want to get that deep. And then also, I'm thinking too, like, you know what? We got to pour into an alpha female, a woman who has done everything, who's running her household, who has her business. If she's a mother, she's taking care of her kids. You come along, you're not trying to take none from her. You know what I'm saying? But you want to add to it as a man as well. So it's best that we don't look at the situation as being intimidated, but more so as an asset to each other's growth. You know what I'm saying?
See, but so how do an alpha female, in your opinion, and that brings that attitude home, right? So you boss to everybody, right? You come home to somebody else who's boss to everybody when they leave. When I got you. So how does a alpha female deal in a house with an alpha male? Is it possible? Can she bring that attitude home? The alpha female attitude, can she bring that home and
Well, I think she'd have. I would think they both have to kind of turn a switch a little bit, kind of wear a different hat in the household. You know what I'm saying? When we're out and we're pursuing things in our careers and our livelihoods, we should be, all systems go. But when we come together, we got to put on that other hat. I got to put on my husband hat. I got to put on my boyfriend hat. I got to put on my catering hat. Just like she got to put on her submissive hat, my listening hat. Right. That's the real big thing. I think the communication is very important. I think that will solve 99% of the things. And expectations.
Right, yeah.
Right? You can't come home thinking, oh, it's supposed to be this way because I'm the boss.
Yeah.
Well, if I work 8 hours, she work 8 hours, we got to work together. So I think a woman, because you asked what the woman should do, I think it's just put on your listening cap. Because oftentimes, if a woman listens to a man and vice versa, we can get 90% of the stuff done without disagreeing if we just listen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not trying to assume we know the answer all the time.
So now question, what do you think about a woman that wants a traditional relationship, right?
Okay. When you say traditional, what you mean?
When I say traditional,
she want to be at the crib.
Meaning yeah, or let's say she wants to be
stay at home wife.
Stay at home wife.
Okay.
Stay at home wife. She wants her guy to pay all the bills.
Okay.
She wants a certain kind of lifestyle afforded for her. You know what I'm saying? Still want to be able to take vacations. Still want to do this. Everything. What do you say to a woman seeking a traditional relationship in 2023? Like, is that still is it still a thing? Is it still logical knowing how this world works? Now, if you can find it, of course. But is it still like a lot? Is it a fucking shot in the dark to find that, or is she gonna have to compromise and say, well, I need to get up and go to work? Like, what do you think? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. So I'm sitting here thinking of a woman who doesn't materially, a woman who doesn't have possessions. Okay. What she can bring that's invaluable is her spirit, her energy, her ability to listen and submit. Those are things she can contribute to the relationship. If it's not like monetary, like finance and stuff like that. I feel like if a woman wants those things, she got to add something to the relationship that's invaluable. And one thing that's invaluable is her spirit, her personality. That's priceless. Right. So if you give a man peace, he 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, 11 times out of 10, gonna do whatever you want. So those vacations you want, that bag you want, that car you want, those trips you want to take, it's gonna come naturally. He's gonna gravitate to you. He's gonna do it without you asking because you provide something from him that the world's not giving him. Right. Because when he outside, he got to be boss hog. Right. So when he come home to his lady, to his family, that's his place of peace. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a woman who wants all those things is highly obtainable if she's able to meet her man, her significant other, on the frequency that works for him.
Right. So with that being said, the next scenario is the modern relationship. Right.
Both people working.
Both people working.
Yeah.
Both people working. Splitting bills. And when I say splitting bills, most people say, oh, well, 50-50. It's a term out there that say, oh, if I got to go half with a man, then then I'm his roommate now.
Yeah. Bro, that irks me. Those guys irks me, man. Oh my God, man. That irks me. I gotta stand up, man. That shit irks me, man. Oh no. I think that just comes from years of trauma and experiences. And everybody money tight, but I think that's a entitlement that a lot of these newer millennials, women our age, they got this entitlement that
I don't think that's a new thing.
You think that's always been like that?
No, what they're trying to do is replicate what they saw from
their grandparents.
Yeah, not even that. From the overall expectation of the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? A man is supposed to do these things. A man is supposed to pay all the bills. A man is supposed to, like, I had a conversation with somebody and they told me, she told me that a man's supposed to pay all the bills. And when I asked her, what did you do with your money? She said, well, I'm supposed to spend it. I said, what? How does that make sense?
She probably going to be single.
She is. She currently is. Right now, I'm talking to you. You know exactly what I'm talking to.
We're going to call her Vanessa. Vanessa.
Yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking to. But I'm like, how does that make logical sense? Like, because I say, so if you can't find a man who's able to pay all your bills regardless of whether he came into this situation. First of all, you was paying all your bills before I got here.
Exactly.
So for you to put the requirement of me paying all your bills on you, on me, it's ridiculous.
And you know what? That's probably why men cheat.
I don't think. Nah, that ain't why men cheat.
That ain't why men cheat.
That ain't.
We gonna get into that though.
Yeah,
we gonna get into that.
That ain't it. Stay tuned for why men cheat. Why women cheat too.
Absolutely. But that. I mean, a woman who comes in a situation like that, she definitely doesn't appear to be alpha and don't want to be.
Right.
So,
but no, you come into but they talk that alpha talk. Like no,
but don't walk the walk.
I need somebody who making this.
Yeah.
I need somebody who making 6 figures. I need somebody who doing this and doing that, and who can take me here and do this, that, and the third, and take care of my kids. Mind you, these ain't his. For the most part, we walking into situations that those kids are mine, but it's a package deal.
Right.
So,
because if you get with a woman, she has children. At some point, you should see them as your own.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's a package, but that's a package.
Right.
So when you think about it, when women, the amount that a woman like that is asking for, when you say, well, I want you to take care of all this, all that, plus I got kids. I want you to pay all my bills.
And not to mention,
I want to live this certain lifestyle with you. Plus I got kids. That's an addition, because now I have to raise somebody else's kids, and this is a man's perspective, ladies. So don't, you know what I mean? I have to raise somebody else's kids, which for the most part we don't necessarily think about it like that, but logically that's what it is. I have to raise somebody else's kids, and not only that, if I don't have anything, don't have any kids, everything that I own goes to them when at the end of this. Like once death do us part, everything goes to them. So not only that, we get married. Now we're one household. Now I'm raising this guy's kids, because most of the time, let's be honest, the other man is not around, or he's not doing the greatest job. And even if he is doing a good job, majority of the time is spent with me. Yeah. I'm picking up from school. Yeah. I'm going to games. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. You know what I'm saying? Just I'm kind of discipline them depending on the situation. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a stern talking to. But the traditional, when you want to be a traditional lady and still have the modern and still add the modern mentality into it, that becomes a huge problem.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. So I got a question. So we talked about how alpha men and women. We touched on that. We touched on the entitlement of said women that coming to a situation saying the man got to do that, and 50-50. What do you think about situations where a man, is seeing someone, he's seeing this lady, and she makes more than him? Should he succumb? Should he submit to her? And should he submit to her? If your woman is bringing home the bacon, so to speak, should you have this stay-at-home husband mentality or behavior?
So the thing with submitting, that's a feminine trait.
I agree. I agree.
So submission is literally just is basically agreeing to the terms that this particular person set for them in the relationship. Most of the time, women look at it as a negative, especially
I think it's a great quality to have.
But it's more so about femininity than really just bowing down. Because anytime somebody think about submission, they think about bowing down or being forced to give up or some shit like that.
Right, but you making it sound like women. So you might get some people that's gonna push back on that, saying because submissiveness is not just a female trait. It's not just it's anybody trait.
When you think about it, men, we do a lot for women.
Absolutely.
So and that's a form of submitting too.
Okay.
But the version that men is looking for from a woman is femininity, agreeableness, you know what I'm saying?
Softness.
That's
I got what you're saying. Okay. Hey, okay.
Let me take the lead. I got this, or whatever the case may be. And to me, finances don't dictate that. Like, can you be a leader in this household? Now, this is 2023. Right. Anybody can be the leader of the household as long as that's what y'all agree upon. So my thing is, don't even allow the old school mindset of the traditional relationship to dictate what you do in your relationship now, because we don't live in that world. So should a man be submissive? No, I feel like no. I feel like a man should always lead the household because the bump in the night, if he being submissive, who gets up?
So she working all day. She come home. He's sitting on the couch playing a game in his drawers. Babe, make me a sandwich.
If that's
so if she say make your own damn sandwich, is she wrong?
No, get up and make your own sandwich. You know, like you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when that tire need to be changed, she ain't running her ass outside to go get the jack.
Right.
When we sleep and it's 2 a.m. and the window break in the middle of the night, she not running downstairs.
Right.
Like these things are you know what I'm saying? That's just life. That's just how things are. Because the thing is, the masculine person is the one who does these things. He's the one who makes sure that the house is running right, fixed, the grass is cut, the garbage took out. If something breaking, you know what I'm saying? He making sure that everything's straight. A woman, I ain't saying a woman can't do that, but
right.
they
biologically they just not built that way. They not built that way.
I can agree with that.
And
that's not just something. That's not.
We're not making this
natural. It's not a natural thing.
It's a biological makeup.
That's why a lot of times, a lot of the jobs, specific jobs, men do them.
Yeah.
And women do other jobs.
Okay, give me a man's job and give me a woman's job. This is a man's job. Only men should be doing this job, or majority do this job.
Let's do majority.
Yeah, let's do majority of men do this kind of job. What would that be? And then I'll do women.
Coal miner.
Coal miner. That's get something a little more recent. Coal mining. Okay.
Still
coal mining is a job that's
you want to go with still majority?
Yeah.
Firefighting.
Okay, firefighter.
Police officer.
Police officer.
Construction worker.
Okay.
We can go on for days, right. But a lot of these, and this is kind of off topic. This is why women. There's another myth that says women make less money than men.
Right. That's like a statistical fact almost that men make X amount of dollars over a woman, like especially in Illinois.
But what's the actual? But when you actually break it down, why do men make more money than women?
That I don't know.
So this is the breakdown. Number one, women have kids.
True.
So if you have kids, then you might just say if you're working at a job 10 years, and just say if you're a woman, you're working at a job 10 years, and I'm working at a job 10 years, you might have 2 kids in that amount of time. I won't have to be off work to now the other thing is too, men tend to negotiate at the table more than women do.
Okay. Women
are more naturally submissive. They kind of take, and these are actual statistics. I'm not just making this up. They tend to take what's given. So if a man and a woman going to a job with the same education, most of the time the man is willing to negotiate higher pay right then and there. A lot of time the woman is not. Other thing, men do more dangerous jobs. More dangerous jobs require you to be paid more.
I agree.
You know what I mean? So, you know, and that's, so it overall it looks a certain way, but if in reality, if jobs could pay women less for them to do the same job a man would, why would they even hire a man?
True. That's true. That's true. Those are great points, man. When it comes down to gender roles and employment, because you see that a lot now. That just for example, the WNBA, they want to be paid the same as the NBA, but that would never be the thing because the NBA has way more fans. Yeah, the entertainment is a lot different. The product is just different. The product itself is different.
It's completely different on a dollar scale.
Yeah,
I don't never see them being able to to be paid the same as an NBA player. Percentage wise. Yeah, let's do percentages. But those percentages, even if the top player in the NBA is making the same percentage as the top player in the WNBA, that's going to be drastically different because financially, the WNBA has been producing in a negative financially for its existence. The NBA actually covers a portion of the WNBA's salary. Yeah. So. Yeah. That's that's just one of those things with the that kind of plays into a lot of what what I actually funnels back into the house, or funnels back into the mentality of men and women. Because you sit back and you think about this stuff, and then you like, oh well, I thought that we were equal, but we are, but different. We're equal but different.
Yeah, I think, and just again, still talking about, and it's going through my mind now in regards to just alpha men and women in general, and how women want these same jobs or positions or status as men. And I think about how on social media, on mainstream media, how they emasculate men as much as possible, meaning putting a man doing what we consider a woman's job, so to speak, and show a woman doing a man's job, so to speak. And that type of medium creates a mentality, because what you see, or like we talked about a few episodes ago, what you consume.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
So with that being said, go back to your point. No, not your point, but you were going to say, what's a woman's job?
Right.
Like, what do you consider a woman's job? I kind of went on a rant.
Yeah. Something I would consider a woman's job would be a baker, a cook, like working at a bakery, like a restaurant, or a bank teller. Sounds like woman's work. What's so crazy is I can't even think of just because when I think of it, my initial thought is a man can do that too, almost. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go into
a waitress.
There you go. Well,
a waitress.
Let's go into babysitting.
Okay, babysitting.
Nursing.
Daycares. Teacher. Women are teachers.
Yeah.
Teachers.
And those are women-dominated fields. We're not saying that women are the only ones who can do it, but those are female-dominated fields, because naturally, you're nurturers.
Absolutely.
So those jobs they kind of fall into your natural ability to nurture. It's not necessarily just for the simple fact that these are the only jobs that's for you, and they're not paying that.
We not trying to marginalize women.
Right.
We're not doing that. So get out your fifis. Get out your I don't know. I feel like they're gonna be in their fifis when they watch this a little bit. Y'all saying women? No, that's not what we're saying. We're just saying everything has a place.
Yeah, and not only that, this is based off logic. This is based off statistics. This is based off of the world. Yeah. It's not we're not just spitballing or whatever the case may be. This is what you see every day.
You can look it up.
Yeah,
and I've heard this when I worked in a world of professional, in the career field. You hear this all the time. Women don't like to be governed by other women and or supervised.
They don't.
Because why? They catty or they say they messy. So they much rather have a man telling them what to do, which plays into your point when you mention how a woman biologically or naturally is submissive, not necessarily to a man, but to leadership in general. Yeah. More often than not, that leadership is a man or alpha who's running the show. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've been in those positions of leadership, and I've heard women say this to me. Yeah. We don't particularly care for a female to run things because they just it's too emotional.
Right, and these are women comments.
Yeah, these are women saying this about other women. Yeah, and that's firsthand experience.
And that's not to say that you got a lot of women that's in higher positions, supervisor, manager, this, that, and the third. And you see it on a normal basis. So those women who are creating these opinions, they got something to work with. They're not just making it up. So yeah.
I think about that all the time. I'm like, man, we see it talking about a lot. You hear women all the time say, I don't have a lot of female friends. They only want to hang around their own kind. Yeah. You know what I mean? So and the funny thing is that is more so, like I said, because maybe all of them want to be alphas, or nobody wants to be submissive. Don't nobody want to listen. Right. You know what I'm saying? So a man in such a way, we have to take that helm. We have to grab those reins and say, hey, this is what we're doing. This is the direction we're going to lead this family. This is the direction I'm going to lead this family. Right. Because I feel like, and I mentioned this on my live yesterday on Facebook, how a woman will naturally submit to a man who has proven he can lead the family. She's almost going to willingly, without even saying anything, without you even saying anything, going to do what you need, going to have your dinner ready, going to know all the things that pour into you. And like we said earlier, a man will naturally pour back into you as well. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But quick question. Like I said, when I think of submission, I think of, feminine traits. And you said a woman are naturally submissive. Should femininity be on a like only if you is man enough for me, I'll be feminine for you.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay masculine until you man enough
Open that
for
up.
me.
A lot of women feel that way. They will say they're ready for their soft phase.
Yeah.
You see that on the internet.
Conditional femininity.
Yeah. Oh, conditional femininity.
Depending on the conditions that are in your face, you're feminine in. But I think my issue with that is if I don't see it from you
off bat, you kind of turned off.
We turned off.
Yeah, I agree.
Can I go to the book? Good book for a second.
Go ahead to the book.
The Bible said a man who finds a wife finds a good thing.
A good thing.
It don't say a man who finds a woman who could potentially act like a wife eventually once you get with her. No, you got to be the wife, and then I get with you.
Amen.
Give me the wife traits.
Yes, sir.
Show me that you can cook. Show me that you can take care of a house. Show me this, because the thing is, regardless of how women might feel about the situation, and this is coming from men, regardless of how you might feel about the situation, we have control on whether you get married or not.
Yeah.
Your control is over whether we have sex.
Right.
But as far as the relationship, we control on whether you have a relationship with us, and we control whether you get married or not.
Because they take our name.
Yeah. And we ask.
So will you marry me?
A woman will beg a man to ask because he has that control. So when you're in a situation and a woman might say, oh yeah, if the right man come along, I can be feminine.
Yeah, because ain't no alpha females out here proposing.
Why am I cooking, cleaning, and doing all this other stuff? I ain't his wife.
Right.
And you never will be if you keep that attitude. Gang shit.
Hey, I mean, take it how you want it, you know what I'm saying, on the pod, man, here on the Humble Pod, man. We gonna keep it raw. Like I said, we been a little gentle, so to speak, with the topics, but I feel like today we had to dig into the culture a little bit, dig into men and women. Again, we're not ragging on men and women. We need each other at the end of the day. Let's be very clear. Men and women need each other.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to segue into what I mentioned a little earlier.
Yeah.
So we had a Facebook Live. Well, I had a Facebook Live.
2 hours.
Oh,
crazy.
man, we was 2 hours.
The comments is going crazy. So make sure y'all follow Vice on Facebook.
Yeah.
LaVice Jones. Make sure y'all follow me on Facebook. Wallace Blackwell.
No, Wallace Pedro.
Right, Wallace Pedro Blackwell. So the live 2 hours.
Yeah.
Crazy. About 100 and some comments going back and forth.
Yeah.
We had women in the comments, men in the comments.
It was good.
Other in the comments. They, them, those was in the comments.
You know, right
I don't want to disrespect. The theys and thems was in there.
We love y'all, man. It's all love. So we want to take this opportunity now to dig into some of the comments that we saw or that was given by some of the other perspective. We want to elaborate on those too. So
but also let's let the people know what the topic was.
Yeah. So the topic was, why do men cheat?
Right. Well, why do men cheat?
Now
initially earlier this week you put up a post that said
why do women cheat?
Wait, hold on. Ain't getting out one peep. Why do women cheat? Ain't getting out one peep. Put up a post and say, why do men cheat? Oh man.
Hell, it broke loose. It was cricket, and we already know Humble Pie is about accountability, ladies. You got to be accountable, man. That's what you just got to be. Women want to be held until it's time to be accountable, right?
Yeah. Let's be accountable.
Yeah. So I want to dig in there. One of the guys, very simple. He actually said, "There's no excuse for cheating."
Okay.
He said, "There's no excuse." You know what I'm saying? That's an unstable mindset and it's selfish. So we reading the comments from the live.
Yeah. Who was that?
This is my man Brick.
Okay.
So shout out to Brick for his response, man.
Big shout out Brick.
Yeah. He also said, "Man, we can't take it if a woman cheat on us." I agree.
I agree. But also let's add to that. We don't have to.
Right.
This is the thing when it comes to cheating on the man, and I hope women understand this when I say this. We have more options than you think. So if it comes down to a situation where you cheat on us, it's not that we're being fragile and we can't take it. It's that we don't have to, because what you have to understand is women. They date up. They try their best to date up, and men let me rephrase that. Women date up, men date up, but we don't care about fucking down. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So y'all might have a little bit more of a, oh, well, I wouldn't, I don't understand why his baby mama looked like that. He just had a random night and his baby mama might look like that because he was fucking down at the time. Mm-hmm. So what y'all have to understand is our options, y'all, and you guys make it this way.
Yeah.
You guys, we have so many options in regards to women. We don't have to accept when you cheat.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So we can I'm pissed off of a man at you, and not only that, we value you less.
True.
We value.
Rick did mention that too. He said when a woman cheats, she's devalued in a sense.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's true because nobody want somebody everybody had.
Yeah. So let me take it back just a little bit of history. Let's go back. Let's go back in time to when women had to be courted, and then given to you by the father.
Yeah.
And I don't mean getting married. I mean like the man comes to
permission.
Get permission from the father. And the tradition of getting permission from the father is it ain't had nothing to do with y'all dating. Hey, I want her. I can afford her. Mm-hmm. This is what I got going on. I need somebody to bet my kids, and your house gonna be a part of my house now. Yeah. Just let me get your daughter.
Oh yeah, you getting real history now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but the value in that was one, I'm getting a virgin.
I was gonna say she got to be a virgin.
Yeah.
She got to be a B.
Yeah. The value I'm getting the virgin, and if and the reason, one of the main reasons why they wanted a virgin and wanted to, and the virgin was held up so high is because back in those days, medically, you were getting something that wasn't tainted. Yeah. Because y'all didn't have all the medicines and all that other shit. Right. Just imagine how many times women go to the doctor and shit now. Yeah. Just imagine if y'all didn't have all that shit back in the day. That's why women were always held to such a high standard. Yeah. Y'all are born with inherent value.
There you go.
We have to build ours. So when you turn around and you devalue yourself, we don't necessarily want you. So not in the way of cuffing. We don't want you as a wife or a girlfriend. We want you, in other ways, but we don't necessarily want you in a way that will carry on in the future in regards to building a family with you and all that other shit. Now we can do whatever. We can fuck down because now since you devalue, I'm fucking down now. But I got some other stuff on the levels of relationships that between men and women. But we're gonna go to the next topic. But that's the main reason why men can't take it.
All right, so I got two more comments on here. Brick actually has some good ones, but I'm gonna get Coco Bailey. She stated, "Just know if I cheat on my man, my mind is already out the relationship. I'm about to make him my new man." So, like you said, go ahead.
The dude that she cheated with, she's gonna make that dude
her new man. She already said that's what Coco said. Coco Bailey.
What's your
that's her Facebook.
No. What's your opinion about
me? If a woman, she said, if I cheat on my man is already out the relationship. So women cheat differently.
Okay.
And the basis or reason why they may cheat, I think, are way more emotional than anything. Okay. It's not more of a tit for tat. It's maybe like you're not paying attention to me like you used to. You don't hold me like you used to. You don't. We don't make love like we used to. So that emotional distress causes trauma, and then she got somebody else on the other end saying, "Hey, beautiful, how was your day?" Or her work boo, bringing her flowers, bringing her lunch.
The okie doke.
Exactly. So
don't fall for the okie
she's going to fall for it 9 times out of 10 because it's not happening. And before she know it, she done entertained a whole nother situation. But because a man is less likely to run his mouth and pillow talk, he's not going to say nothing. He knows she got a man. A woman, when she finds out that man is cheating with her, more often than not, she gonna run her mouth. Right. So my point is, women cheat from an emotional base. Okay. It's not necessarily because you did something as the man, because I really dislike to hear people say, women more often say that I cheat on him because he cheated on me when they could just leave.
Right.
And
why not leave is the question. And that
question.
goes for men and women.
Yeah.
Why not leave? Just leave.
So if you're in a relationship and you get cheated on,
I'm leaving.
You leave off bat. And that's what I said yesterday.
So this is the reason why.
I don't spin the block.
I'm not spinning the block.
I don't spin the block.
I'm not spinning the block. And this ain't nothing to do with, and this is even more a more simple reason why. And people got all of these reasons for cheating. Mm-hmm. The number one is respect or lack of respect.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna break that down a little bit more later. Let's get into what he's.
We got Nisha Unbothered Norton. Mm-hmm. She said a lot of men are not romantic,
and that's enough to cheat. So that means this particular guy, mm-hmm. you just don't. So depending on if the situation, and what's her name again?
This is Nisha. She was actually referring to her friends because mm-hmm. she goes on to say, I'm sorry, these are some of her friends who've been in 10+ year relationships or marriages, and they come to her for advice.
Right.
Because their men aren't being romantic enough for them. So maybe they stepping out. So again, like I said, emotional.
Emotional damage. That's a wild take because the thing is, that's one thing.
Yeah.
So if it takes just one thing, mm-hmm. he might. What if he paying you? What if he everything to you in the world mm-hmm. except for romantic?
But
you
see,
cheat?
Do
you cheat? Do you cheat in that situation?
Check it out. But I talked about that today. You mm-hmm. gotta have boundaries.
Yeah.
You gotta have what you know what I'm saying.
You gotta balance too.
Yeah. True. We can't just be so quick to cut a person off. I get that. You know what I'm saying. But more often than not, people stand together. Our people cheat. They stand together. Most people don't leave, bro.
Yeah.
They stick it through. Something that I've learned, move on.
Yeah.
Don't stick around when the damage is done.
When the cake is baked, it's over.
Exactly.
It's over.
Ken said, we're going to stay on these comments for a little minute. And I know you want to tap into this one. Immaturity mm-hmm. is a key component to cheating in men and women. What's your take on that? So a person's immaturity level dictates their faithfulness.
Okay. All right. Look, man. Immaturity has nothing to do with cheating. Mm-hmm. Nothing. No, because it don't matter how mature and how old you is. If you feel like you want to get out there and cheat, that has nothing to do with you being mature. Regardless of age, 56 or 26.
Right.
You gonna do you. Number one, the biggest reason, I'm just gonna break this down. The biggest reason that people cheat is the lack of respect. Mm-hmm. My thing is, there is nothing that let's put it on a friendship basis, right? Okay. Me and you, mm-hmm. we go somewhere. You meet somebody, you fall in love with them. Mm-hmm. Out of respect, if your girl shoots her shot at me,
right,
she don't got a chance.
Exactly.
Another scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody come to me and say, "Oh, this nigga V, he this, he that." Out of respect for you,
right,
I'm not rocking with it.
Exactly.
Out of respect.
Can you say that again?
Out of respect.
For me.
For you.
If somebody brings some shit about me to you.
Out of respect, I'm not rocking with it.
Okay. I just want y'all to hear that.
You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, when you, because most people assume that, well, if you love me, you wouldn't have cheated. Mm-hmm. Cheating ain't got nothing to do with love.
I agree.
Nothing to do with love.
That's the first thing people say, I thought you loved me.
I thought you loved me. No, because the thing is, the same one that cheated on you will probably take a bullet for you.
Yeah.
That's love. But that don't mean they respect you. If they and they might be in the household with you, they might function with you, all that other shit, but that don't mean they respect you. And it could be a reciprocal thing in the household. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're saying, oh well, y'all cussing each other out every day, y'all beefing every day, and this, that, and the third. And you know, the respect just ain't there. But one thing that you can't equate is respect and love, because you always gonna be loyal to somebody you respect.
Always.
I agree. You always gonna be loyal to somebody you respect. You loyalty and love don't go hand in hand. And respect and love don't go hand in hand. Somebody can love the shit out you and not respect you at all.
I'll take loyalty over love all day.
Loyalty over love.
I know that's been a Facebook caption for me at some point.
Yeah, loyalty over love. And you got to also remember, back in the day, relationships wasn't based on love. Mm-hmm. It was based on the utility of, hey, I need to build a family. Mm-hmm. I need a wife so I can grow a family with and grow my either business with or whatever. And back in the day, if you whatever that business might have been, farming or whatever, imagine I'm going back to, the original reason for all this. This all this fairy tale love shit, that shit came when Disney did. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, in reality, we go by that because that's what we've been taught in the 21st century. But back in the day, they wasn't that respect and love they ain't had nothing to do with that. But people don't understand why they get cheated on. Mm-hmm. It ain't because he don't love you. He probably love the shit out you. Yeah. He just don't respect you. And that's something that you gotta that's a reason why I would never go back in a situation.
Because she don't respect you.
Because once respect is gone, it's gone. Definitely, yeah. Like you can rebuild the relationship and y'all can, get back into y'all rhythm or whatever the case may be. But for how long? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't have an answer for that because I don't know how to proceed once unfaithfulness has came about. Yeah. So again, we got a few more comments we want to try to get to. Let's get into it. All right. Cuzzo, Marcus Jones. This is his take. If you're not married and haven't vowed to give yourself to your partner and join equally, then that cheating shit don't mean nothing. Don't exist. So that sounds like, to me, if you have an understanding with somebody, what we call now situationships, because sometimes people wake up and they ain't know they was in a relationship. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been moving in such a way now that man and or that woman feel like, they have some sense of loyalty to that situation the whole time. Right. They haven't really came to the table as adults and set those boundaries. Yes. But he or she might feel like they're being cheated on. Mm-hmm. Now, if you dating multiple people, I think obviously that be said up front. Yeah. Because you don't want that type of confusion. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It's all about communication.
So with to that point, I mean, that's maybe a little different as far as the aspect of cheating, because you can't cheat on nobody you're not in a relationship with.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
And I think women tend to give themselves to situations without commitment and then get hurt in the process, and it looks like cheating.
Quick question. What do you consider cheating?
What do I consider any cheating? There's levels to this shit. Yeah, I don't want to just answer right away. You know what I'm saying? I think cheating, what I feel like cheating is when you've made the conscious decision to move on mentally and then your body follows. It's not necessarily an act you got to do or a singular thing. Yeah. Oh, I seen you texting somebody or you calling somebody. Right. You cheating on me. Right. No, I really feel like when your energy and our frequencies have changed to the point where now we can no longer coexist in the same space, right? And you want to go be with somebody else. Yeah. That happens. People grow apart. And I think when people get to that point in relationships, they try to stay together. Right. And that's when the cheating starts. That's a problem. That's when the cheating starts. Was like, well, we got kids or we got these emotional ties that we not. Or you also got people who, well, I want the man, we got it bad. We want our cake and eat it too. So we got a girl, but we still gonna do a little something on the side. Yeah. And that shit wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I guess again, to answer what I feel like cheating is when your mind has decided to leave and then your body follows.
Right. So quick question. When your mind leaves, what if the mind leaves and the body don't? So say for instance, you figure out she pillow talking and on the phone and, meeting up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's not even go to meeting up. Right. Texting and FaceTime
but haven't physically done nothing.
They haven't physically done nothing. But you read these texts back and you like, oh, wait a minute. It's one Valentine's, one rolls away, she probably gone. Like, you know what I'm saying?
First off, okay, so I'll chime in on that. First off, I think there's a certain level of privacy you should have in your relationship from your partner. Yeah. I don't feel like everything should be shared in such a way. We should have our privacy. If I'm in the bathroom, let me be in the bathroom. Time away. Healthy space is what I talked about yesterday. Yeah. Healthy space is necessary. Right. But if my lady doing that, like texting or like say entertaining, but not Yeah, I guess there would be some form. You know what? That's kind of tricky because I think it depends on the person.
Yeah.
With me, I'm secure in that way, so I'm not gonna feel like if she texting somebody that.
But what if the text is spicy? They sting.
I mean, yeah, the tone of the messages obviously matters. So yeah, if I read something that I feel like is compromising how I may feel about her, then yeah, I won't say that's cheating. I think that's just time for a conversation to be had. That goes back to boundaries. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think because you have people in open relationships. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
but that's an agreement though.
Yeah,
that's an agreement though.
So it all comes back to cheating would definitely have to be defined as what do we mutually agree on and what we don't agree on.
Right. So you're in a traditional relationship.
Yeah.
Now in my mind, traditional relationship, you got to the point where, you feel like you need to entertain somebody else. That's fine. Just do it, just let me know so I can remove myself from the situation. Right. Regardless of whether y'all having sex or not. Because mentally, if you're somewhere else, you can't be here.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Or you can attempt to be here, but mentally, if you somewhere else, your respect level has dropped for me or changed in some way, shape, or form. And as I stated, as men, even though we women might be fooled in regards to because of how much effort we put into y'all and how much we'll do for y'all on the random, just off the cuff. We do have a lot of options, especially now because you guys give us a lot of options. And I'm not saying that to be boastful for men or anything like that. We give us a lot of options because y'all allow us to have a lot of options. Back in the day, you had to damn near marry a girl to get a little spliggity splat.
My mom. Think about it though, cheating too, because we want to bring it full circle with what we started with. Yeah. Some men who may feel like they alpha, they obligated to have a little side action.
Right, but that's also
like they earned that because I'm taking care of home. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, so I can have me a little fun on the side. You know what I'm saying? And women too. Yeah. Well, he ain't paid my car note this month. Or Gabrielle Union. Elaborate.
Gabrielle Union said in her last marriage, since she paid all the bills, she said she felt it was okay that she eat as much as she wanted to.
Really?
Yes.
So that's entitlement too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's but it wasn't a big thing because the women said it. Women, y'all supposed to jump on top of that the same way y'all would have jumped on top of it if D Wade said.
Yeah, D Wade did it.
Just like y'all jumped on top of D Wade for his break, baby. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Right? That's why you ain't hear about it because people ain't jump on top of it. But no, but that's what she said. She said I paid all the bills, so I felt like it was okay for me to cheat.
Check it out. So while we talking about celebrities a little bit, let's get on Will and Jada situation real quick.
Okay.
How they were married. And she got into what she called it, entanglement. That's her hand. I was trying to do her hand. Entanglement. See, women, when they cheat, that shit calculated, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's very calculated.
But I don't think that was a cheating situation.
Me, I think Will knew the whole time.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he knew the whole time. Then when we found out, it became a thing.
Right. That's the only time it became a problem.
Because she didn't appear to be hurt.
Nah, she wasn't hurt. Will was salty because the world knows, like, I look like a sucker now. You know what I'm saying? So mind you, these are all the things that was building up on, you know what I'm saying, to that unfaithful event for Chris Rock.
And y'all say Chris Rock, I was just about to say
Chris
Rock was a victim of his trauma.
Yes.
Boop, bop, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah, so yeah, but it's a difference when you got those situations where these things are agreed upon. The only reason why that was even a big deal because, somebody said something about it. And they never actually confirmed the rumor that's been going on over all these years that they swingers. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but they swingers, clear.
Yeah, and clear. Again, stuff got to be established. All right. Let's hit this other comment right here too from your boy Jamali Mall.
Oh shit.
Mall say, again, the question was, or the topic was, why do men cheat? So his reply was self-awareness, or lack of, I'm assuming, insecurities, and this is the easy one, lusting, right? Thinking the grass is green on the other side, and then treating women like sport, just a notch on the old belt.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
Because we don't respect the women that we with. I can be lustful. I can be lustful and not act. You know what I'm saying? I can look at somebody from a distance like, man, fine. Right. You know what I'm saying? And probably see them every day and think how fine they is.
So is looking cheating?
No,
if a woman walk past and I look at her ass, I'm cheating.
That ain't cheating.
That ain't cheating. Some women might be offended by that.
But also some women will tap your shoulder and say, "Babe, look."
Right. They might live with you.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and they might not even be into that. They just might like, damn, she's fine.
Nice. Yeah.
Like, yeah. So it is the lust part of it.
Mm-hmm.
You can lust after anybody.
Yeah.
But out of respect, you won't make a move on them, because your girl at the crib.
So lusting is just a mental aspect.
It's a mental aspect.
We're not acting on it. It's just, entertaining the thought of or the what ifs.
Yeah.
The fantasy of it all.
And then he said something about self-awareness on that too, right?
That was the first thing he said. He put self-awareness. Or again, this is what he wrote.
Yeah, run it back for me one more time.
Self-awareness, insecurities, lusting, treating women like sport, just another notch on the belt, lack of communication, just to name a few that play into why men cheat, in my opinion, is what he said.
Yeah. In my opinion, is the self-awareness part, it's not that. We're aware. We completely aware of what we're doing. We completely aware of what we're doing. We know we're doing wrong.
Yeah, the times I cheated, I was fully aware.
Like you know what I'm saying? It ain't aware of oneself. It's no, I know exactly. Not only that, it plays into, I can treat it. It plays into. It's more so treating it like sport than anything.
Yeah.
But the one thing in regards to treating it like sport, the notch on the belt, women have to value themselves a little bit more to not allow that. But that has to be a thing amongst all women, which is probably never going to happen at this point. I mean, it can evolve back to that, but it's evolved to the point now where we do, like, to go back to what I said earlier, back in the day, you had to marry a woman to get a little spliggity splat. This now, I can just check my DMs.
So, and this is just hypothetically, if the value of the women have women devalued themselves so much that cheating is almost a reflex. Like, women have brought their value down. This hypothetically, we're not
hypothetically. We're not saying that women are not valuable.
Right.
That's why that's why we having this conversation.
Yeah.
Relax.
Be heard now. We got y'all. You know what I'm saying? But so are we saying because of that, cheating has become more prevalent? Trusting has become a lot harder to do?
Yeah, it's easy. It's
a sport.
Easy. It's easy for us to get it. So don't have something going on. Like this is the thing. Women assume that only the guys that are super financially on point or they look a certain way, they might be handsome, they might check all the boxes. Only those guys the one that cheat. But what you also have to understand is there's also always a woman who's looking up, who's trying to date up. So if you got a bum ass nigga, there's a bum ass chick that's willing that he can get. Yeah. So even if his girl is on his level right here, there's a chick down here that he will still fuck. Yeah. So he will still cheat. You know what I'm saying? If he's not getting, or if he feels like he don't care about respecting his situation at home. So it's just one of those things. Is the reason why it's so much easier to cheat now is because we got so many options down here, and then we still got options that are on our level. We might be able to get something that's up here and there, but if we got so many options down here, it's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the same thing for women. That goes back with the statistics. Statistically, women cheat at the same rate that men do. But that goes back to what you were saying about value. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, statistically, it's not even it ain't even, let's just say it's like a percentage or two off. So it's damn near the same rate.
So a man that cheated 5 times and a woman cheated 5 times, she has less value off bat. Yeah. Off bat. Definitely. And they both did the exact same thing.
Definitely, because a woman's value is inherent. She is born with it. Yeah. When your baby girl you had that baby girl, this is my princess, this is my this. When she gets older, she is my queen, she is this, that, and the third. She's born with that value. First, our value, we have to build it. Right. We have to fight, scratch, and punch for our value. So whatever that value is, You know, and we don't lose our value because we've always been, you know, the ones, the men has always been the ones who kind of dictated the, you know, the value system.
The value, I was gonna say the medium. I was gonna say medium, but same thing. The value system, medium, all that is true. Great point. And again, I want to touch back on alpha females. Go ahead.
And just to say, the reason why we have dictated the value system goes back to, you can't get married unless we agree to it, unless we want you to.
Yeah.
So I don't have to marry you if you don't, if I don't see the value in you.
Right.
So that means as a woman, you should show me the value in you, in me. I mean, show me the value in you, and keep it on full display. And then that way, I can look at you up here rather than down here. So in the situation with the one young lady said, "Hey, if he ain't romantic enough, I'm just gonna find somebody else,
right?
And I'm gonna start dating him." The dude that's dating you don't value it all. I'm just gonna be with him. Yeah, you could probably be with him for a minute, even if she say, "Look, I'm finna deal with something that I don't even deal with. I'm finna deal with me a little broke ass whatever, yada yada yada, librarian." He gonna end up cheating on you too, because the thing is, you came from a cheating situation over to him. Yeah. If I can get you, I can get somebody else. That's what his mindset gonna be.
Probably one of the last points I want to mention while we talking about alpha females, and you hear this and we see it on social media all the time. We're gonna say value. A man with little to no value, a woman ain't gonna look his way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why is that? Because if a man, I guess, because if a man doesn't have any value, that goes back to the point you said, because he had to earn his keep.
Yeah.
Like I say, a woman ain't gonna stick around for a guy who ain't got it, who broke or whatever the case may be. And this is just opinions, you know, stuff we see in clickbait, we scroll and stuff
and
like that.
And it's all cap.
Yeah.
I think it's all cap.
Yeah.
So, you know, granted, you know, so to answer your question, what's the reason why? Is hypergamy. Women naturally want to be with somebody that's up here. Not nobody on their level. They want somebody up here. So just say, for instance, if they're a person who graduated college and with a bachelor's degree, she wants somebody who got a master's degree. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't want you. You got associates? Nah, I ain't dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, on paper they say that. In reality,
that's not what's happening.
That's not necessarily what's happening.
I agree.
So they a lot of them talk that talk and say, "Oh yeah, this, that, and the third. I don't know why this man did me like this and all this other stuff." And it's not necessarily just the man. It's them accepting the things that they say that they won't accept over and over again. Now you can accept it maybe once, twice, but when you do it over and over again, it's your fault.
Yeah. Great topic today, man. We really had a lot of fun with this topic today.
Big facts. Big facts.
So stay prepared for more upcoming episodes.
Oh yeah, definitely be on the lookout. Part 2.
Yes, sir.
We bringing women in.
Yeah.
For part 2 of this same conversation. So women, you know, any comments or concerns that y'all might have, y'all put them in those comments in the Facebook. We're gonna drop the video. Put them in the comments on Instagram. We're gonna drop the video, YouTube, all of that. And then we can address all y'all concerns from those comments. The same way we just broke these comments down, we can address those comments on the next episode. And we're going to address them with women sitting here. So now y'all got a voice.
Yes.
We just letting y'all know what our perception is from a men's perception. So when we have these women sitting here, you know, we're gonna give y'all a voice to, you know, respond back, and we're gonna read whatever you say.
Stay tuned for part 2. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the Humble Pie Podcast. I'm your boy Vise.
I'm your boy Wallace.
Till next time, peace. What's up, everybody? Today's featured organization is the Be Heard Now Foundation. This program offers advocacy for men, women, and children who have dealt with any type of abuse. This program is for the entire family. So if you know someone or even yourself currently or from the past who may have been involved and or a victim of any type of abuse, this program will be great for you and yours. Essentially what they do, they like to increase awareness of any type of oppression, and services are committed to helping anyone. So if you'd like to join this program or find more information about, you can search for them on Facebook, and you can also email them at beheardnow1@gmail.com. Thank you. Peace.